my nigga finna throw a fit. I pull up on the bitch, I don't say shit, she getting in. But I had to kick out, cause I tell her ass to get in. I embarrass her in front of her friends. You see I do it.
Be Smooth 790, and this time I'm coming back with a new video titled Madden 17 roster update. And with this, I'm just talking about, you know, all the updates with the ratings, all the people you should pay attention to, with some jokes thrown in here and there, and like some real life stuff. So we're gonna be going back and forth, like watching NFL lately, been watching the playoffs, and it's down to 4 teams now: Packers, Falcons, Steelers, Patriots. Yeah, it's shocking, cause I didn't see the Cowboys losing, but they did. They lost in a sad way, and I mean, people hated a lot on the Cowboys, but Aaron Rodgers, he's been going off. Like, he's rating at 96 now. It's probably gonna go up higher. He should get to a 99 before it's over with. For the season over with, he just can't be stopped. Seahawks took an L in the first round to the Falcons, and I bet everybody was hurt. All the memes came out about Future and Russell Wilson. I mean, they over it, I guess. You know, people gonna make jokes. They blew everything out of proportion like it always is. So that's why it's a big deal made. Like, Future showed up to the game, they making it seem like he showed up to brag and gloat. I think he's just there just to watch it. So, but one thing I did think they did kind of scrub Russell Wilson with his accuracy with their ratings. Russell Wilson, he low-key cold. They was missing Earl Thomas. I think if they would have had him on defense, I don't know if it would have made an impact, but I don't know if they would have been big enough to still get in the game. Cause you can't stop Julio Jones. Julio Jones too cold. And Matt Ryan finally playing like he want to win something. Cause all these past years, they can blame it on the O-line all they want. As trash as their O-line is, the quarterback got to be even better. Cause they act like Aaron Rodgers' O-line ain't that cold, but he still get it done. And the weapons he got ain't even that big. Like Jordy Nelson injured right now, so you gotta rely on the hands of Randall Cobb that's not always there, and Devontae Adams. So, hey, people, I think Packers gonna go to the Super Bowl. I think they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose to whoever come out the AFC. And I feel like Steelers really got a good chance of beating them. They can beat the Patriots. I don't care what nobody say. They've been riding Brady all this time. Yeah, he doing good, but Texans showed that if you pressure him enough, that he gonna struggle, and their offense gonna be in a standstill. It's just the Texans defense so trash, and their quarterback even more poo, that they couldn't put up points on the board, so that's why they lost. And eventually they start having turnovers. Brady had a pick because the receiver couldn't catch, and they had a fumble on a kickoff return. So yeah, they don't capitalize. But the man that I was looking at, Antonio Brown, he is a dog, and they trying to get on him for going live on Facebook, which I find is dumb. Like, what type of rule is that? Like, just because the coach is talking about another coach, I mean, who cares? Like, y'all blow stuff, people blow stuff way out of proportion. And just, like, he's celebrating with his team, so he went live on Facebook, and y'all really tripping about that? Like, that's a dumb policy. Ain't like he ain't recording nobody being naked, nothing vulgar was said, nothing out of pocket was said, nothing racist was said, but they got on him for that. And Mike Tomlin, man, that's the whitest black dude I know. I'm sorry. Like, Mike Tomlin really white, if you think about it. Like, listen to the way he talk. Like, either that or he just super country. Like, my bro is a clown. He a good coach, but I couldn't take him serious if he was coaching me. Like, he just be trying to discipline me as a player. I just be laughing all the time. Bro, his voice sound worried and calm at the same time. Like, and Yeah, I did like all the playoff teams. Like when I first started recording, I made sure I got all the playoff teams, all the teams that was in the playoffs. Going through the Texans, they QB situation is trash. As y'all can see, they QB situation is trash. Like, come on. Brock Osweiler rating should be like a 70. Tom Savage rating should be like a 50 something. And Brandon Whedon rating is an automatic 25. Like, no accuracy whatsoever. He the reason why the Cowboys lost all them games once Tony Romo got injured. Cowboys lucky they drafted Dak Prescott, because they would have been stuck with Mark Sanchez as a quarterback. And people should just let that sink in. If they did not have Dak Prescott, the playoffs they in would not have happened. That whole 11-game win streak not have happened. Mark Sanchez is inaccurate. He fumbles. Like, he's a disgrace. I don't know what you call him. He's not a quarterback. He play for the other team. He throw the ball to the other team, I guess. So, and this is what made me mad. How is Tony Romo at 85 and Dak not at 90 on everything? How is Tony Romo still at 85? Like, Tony Romo, he injury prone, and people say that Tony should have started over Dak. Dak did everything in this power he could. When it came down to it, defense didn't come through. Because if you think about it, they go to overtime, they got the best chance of winning the game. All you gotta do is keep them out the end zone and then score, depending on if the Packers get the ball first. They let Aaron Rodgers scramble, and then they left a man wide open, and he just happened to get his toes down. Shout out to Jared Cook. So Dak Prescott his rating should be higher than Tony Romo. Like, the stuff he did in his first season, his second season gonna be monster, including it. And don't forget about Ezekiel Elliott. Like, what them two did for that team, one of them should be MVP. They give it to somebody else, it's a load of bull, because this your rookie season and you take your team to the playoffs. That ain't been in a couple years. Like, and they can say all day Dak had weapons. Okay, he had weapons and used them. Half these quarterbacks in the league got weapons and don't use them. Eli Manning, you got Odell Beckham Jr., you got Victor Cruz, you got Sterling Shepard, and the ball can't touch their hands. Now, OBJ did not step up. I understand that. He ain't step up in the playoffs after doing all that talking. But at the same time, you can't get ball. Like, they face the Packers in the first round, they get their stuff waxed. It's not just on OBJ. You can't put that all on OBJ, because the defense was kind of coming up clutch when they needed to. The offense wasn't showing up. The offense did not show up at all. And the defense, their first half was terrible. Their second half was good. Their first half was terrible because they gave up 3 touchdowns, including the touchdown in the half. You can't win games like that. Can't win games like that. So, like, teams that was like their first year in the Wild, Giants, the Dolphins, Cowboys getting there for first time in a while, Atlanta Falcons. So these first time teams, they actually, they making noise and stuff. Well, they didn't make a lot of noise. The only team that's made noise is the Falcons, because they're in the NFC Championship. Dolphins went out because they had Ryan Tannehill wasn't at 100%. So you got to start Matt Moore. This is a guy that ain't been in like a real role. So you trying to prep him for a playoff game? That's not gonna work, given the little amount of time he had. So it was only right that he was gonna get smacked by the Steelers. And even then, I feel like if they would have played the Texans, they would have won that game. Raiders would have. I'm telling you, if Derek Carr was healthy, Raiders could have went to the Super Bowl. Without Derek Carr, your whole, like, that's your passing game is worthless. Like, they offense can't function without him, and that was shown. And I went to OBJ stuff after this because I feel like after his performance, his catcher should have been dropped. It should not be no 89. It should be in the 70s or something. Because he missed some passes and dropped some. So you put yourself in a spot like you supposed to step up. And he did not show up at all. And that is his own fault. I forgot about the Lions. Matthew Stafford had a good year. Their whole team had a good year. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, they lost in the first round, and they lost to the Seahawks. Seahawks is good. Seahawks is low key cold. It's just I don't know what happened. I don't know how they lost to the Falcons. I'm still questioning it, like for real. Like that's really shocking. But I don't even gonna talk about the Patriots. Like everybody know what they're working with. There's no discussion. Like Brady done came back, he a monster. In the discussion. But yeah, I'm working on another Madden video with my actual gameplay footage for my connected franchise. Upload date not set in stone yet, but it's sometime soon. So in the next day or two. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. So that's what I plan on doing. I like this video. Drop a like. Be Smooth 790. Hit me out with the Madden videos this time. I was gonna deliver on my stuff. I told y'all this from the beginning. Come on now. I know what's going on.